Hello, I'm Michael Roby and I'm the Head of Global Conferences here at Unity. Thank you for joining us in this session to check out some of what's happening at the intersection of fashion and sustainability. Digitization and real-time 3D are disrupting industries all around the world, changing not just how we shop and what we wear, but how those garments are produced and even whether or not they exist in the physical world at all. In this session, we've pulled together 3 quick videos that show some of the forces shaping the future of the industry. First up is a view into the 2019 documentary experience Xray Fashion, created by Mand, directed by Francesco Carazzini and produced by Connect for Climate and Vulcan Productions. Using an immersive multi-sensory virtual reality installation, the creators take us on a journey to better understand the social and environmental costs of traditional fashion. After that, we have a video from the creators of DressX, where they walk us through how they're addressing the issues of overproduction and overconsumption by moving the entire process into a real-time 3D environment and making beautiful digital fashion for the metaverse. Finally, we'd like to leave you with an invitation to join us at the next Circular Fashion Summit, created by Lablaco in Unity. Last year, Unity had the privilege to be involved in this landmark event that truly accelerated the digitization and transition of the fashion industry towards a global circular economy powered by collective action and technology. This year, we're proud to continue our involvement anchoring the Circular Fashion Summit in a way where the conference experience is made with Unity and simultaneously attendees are able to feel the impacts that XR can have on their business interactions. I hope you come away from these films with an interest in how we can all create a more sustainable fashion industry. Thank you again for joining us at the Unity for Humanity Summit.
Last year, we launched a call to action to young filmmakers to send us their ideas, pitches, and concepts for a product to be then developed in virtual reality linked to climate change, sustainability, and environmental issues.
The distinguished jury decided on Xray Fashion as the winners.
I was very surprised the impact that fashion has on climate. We really do throw 60% of our clothes within a year they're made. When I took on this project, it was the first step in my consciousness.
We had the goal of getting it produced, ready for the Venice International Film Festival.
Welcome to Xray Fashion. In a few moments, I'll be welcoming you behind the curtains. This is a VR documentary directed by Francesco Carazzini on the matters of fast fashion and its supply chain of garment production.
Xray Fashion is a journey through the lifespan of garment production. You start out by walking down physically yourself on a catwalk.
It was really important for us to engage with the viewer in a way that would touch them straight in the heart and in the brain and in their entire body. And what better way than to go through the feet.
The result is an experience which is also sensorial, not only sound and vision, but you walk on surfaces, you feel heat or cold or wind.
Touching water, having the wind blowing, it really takes you to the place and it makes you really absorb into the environment and the storytelling experience.
When we were there, we were like, well, we have to make people feel as we are feeling right now. You can make people travel who will never be in a sweatshop in India, and all of a sudden you're finding yourself there.
When you see the virtual reality piece and you go through it from stage to stage and understand what happens in the production of these clothes, it does make you want to participate.
You are involved in the message. It's a very effective way of conveying the message.
For me, coming out of it, I don't need to buy so much clothes anymore, and I will make smarter choices and be more responsible as a more responsible consumer. I want the world to be a better place for everyone. I'm getting so emotional, even speaking about this, because that's how powerful the content is.
being present with those workers, with those people that actually make the clothes, short circuits all the intellectual and rational analysis that keeps a distance.
In VR, you have a chance to interact with people in a situation, and for social impact projects, it's incredibly strong.
The environmental impact of fashion is stunning. 10% of all carbon emissions are from the industry, and that's the equivalent of all international flights and all maritime shipping put together.
10,000 liters of water are needed to make a pair of denim. That's what a human being drinks in 10 years. Who believes this? But it's real. All these data that really educates you. And then after that, it's, okay, what can we really do?
Xray Fashion brought it home to such a personal level, talking about the clothes we wear every day, that is something everybody can relate to.
So hopefully people will just think more about their consumer habits regarding fashion.
Rewear things, buy things you really like and that you're going to use and that you're going to care about.
I'm hoping that Xray Fashion will be a portal to the fashion industry, for them to acknowledge that they are the second largest polluter in the world, and for them to take action.
I think it's a matter of getting the right story in the right people's hands at the right time, and when you do that, absolutely we can change policy and we can change the world.
Hello, everyone. My name is Olga Chernysheva, and I'm a Chief Sustainability Officer at DressX. I'm here with our founders, Daria Shapovalova and Natalia Madenova, and we are going to tell you how DressX is changing the notion of the fashion industry and how we are moving to the more sustainable solutions. So DressX is addressing actually the problem of the fashion industry, which is overproduction and overconsumption. The fashion industry has been known as the second polluted industry in the world, and it was named by the United Nations one of the most polluted industries. What is doing DressX is that we propose the digital solution, the digital fashion, where we can decrease the carbon footprint from the fashion industry, the use of water, and also we're avoiding the physical waste in the end of the life of the garments.
So basically, we were the first company in the world to introduce different solutions of how to use digital fashion practically. So for example, we thought that substituting some of the items that brands are sending to influencers, so-called influencer marketing, is also where digital fashion can help, because the result of all the influencer campaigns are the videos and the images, and that's where digital fashion can help. Also the press samples, different other solutions of where digital fashion can come in hand, and especially in the B2C consumption, when you just want to try something, to share it with your friends, to record the video, you don't need to purchase that item. As we definitely advocate for physical fashion as well. We've been in the industry for more than 15 years, and personally I still love to buy physical clothes, but my digital wardrobe is also growing, as there are some number of clothes that are kind of wise to use only on the videos and the photography, still images, when you just want to explore the brand and share it with your friends. And imagine, like, the couture industry is available to only 3,000 people in the world, the traditional couture, and with digital fashion it can be available for the entire world. So not only digital fashion is so sustainable, but also it makes fashion industry more accessible, at the same time making it sustainable.
Natalia, sorry, we can't hear you.
Yeah, and speaking about some of the results that we've achieved, I'll make an example of just one campaign, the recent one that we've done with a big retailer, Farfetch, for their pre-order campaign. When by going digital, we estimated saving of 2,500 kilograms of CO2 emissions, which account for 97% of emissions produced by a similar campaign in the physical space. And just for the understanding of the numbers, it equals 29 years of using a smartphone for 10 hours a day. And this is just one campaign with 40 digital garments and 40 influencers, people dressed up for this. Imagine the scale and how much we can save and contribute into sustainable development of the planet, switching into digital where it is possible. And there are so many use cases for that. And how we see the future of the development of digital fashion industry is making it more accessible and making it available across different multiverses. Right now, we are focusing on the use case of dressing up people and their images, because social media is kind of a big game that we are playing. But as the more time we spend online, the more digital garments and outfits we would need to represent ourselves in digital space, right? Exactly the same as we do in the physical space. So that's just the beginning, and we estimate the quite big market for digital fashion goods, and it starts with AR application, and it'll move in virtual reality as well.
So basically, the fashion industry needed the change for many decades and many years, as it's existed for the centuries without like big particular shifts. And we're happy to see how digital fashion can contribute to its natural change and move into the technologies and to everything that is kind of different from how the fashion industry was built. And that's an exciting change. And that's definitely can only move forward the physical industry and give it a new aspect, because these two new universes can coexist and help each other. And the future of digital and sustainability is definitely wide, and as a company we'll continue to find more and more use cases, and at the same time helping to save the water and the CO2 that are used in the production of the clothes.
So we believe the future of fashion is not only physical, but also digital, and thus we can help to fight the climate crisis and save a lot of natural resources and decrease the carbon footprint from the fashion industry. Thank you so much for having us.
Hi everyone, how are you? Hope you're all having fun at the Unity for Humanity conference. Thank you for having me. I'm Laura, co-founder of Lablaco, and today we will be talking about the impact of the metaverse and digital twins in the fashion industry. We're the leading circular fashion ecosystem with mission to digitize the industry through connected IoT products that can be worn across realities. Thanks to our partnership with Unity, we managed to pull off the first ever virtual reality summit at Paris Fashion Week in October 2020, the Circular Fashion Summit by Lablaco. By creating the digital twin of the iconic Grand Palais building in the heart of Paris, gathering the heads of the leading global fashion councils from Shanghai to New York, in the middle of the pandemic for an in-person event. That was something unthinkable just a couple of years ago. And the event, being digital, was not only more fun than a physical event, but we also saved more than 10,000 kilograms of CO2 by avoiding flights to Paris from our international audience. The pandemic has definitely accelerated digitization and opened new opportunities to create more sustainable and efficient systems, and Unity is playing a key role in supporting multiple industries to make this transformation. We're honored to announce our second year of partnership with Unity to launch what is already the largest metaverse for fashion, Spin by Lablaco, that will be hosting the Circular Fashion Summit with our major partners from Kering, Unilever, and many other great companies and organizations. This year, we are digitizing our second iconic French building, Collaborating once again with the French government, we will be creating the digital twin of the Grand Palais Éphémère, just in front of the Eiffel Tower. For a breathtaking scene, you'll be able to attend in person with your Spin avatar, wearing real designer digital fashion for an unprecedented luxury fashion VR experience. You will be able to join panel conversations with speakers from Kering, Vogue, Dapper Labs, Artifacts, Armani, Unity, and many exciting companies and startups in a VR-only experience. As the only way to access will be downloading the Spin app built in Unity on the Oculus Store. The summit purpose is not only to speak, but we also showcase 10 independent designers and 10 startups, creating solutions in the supply chain and retail technology, to set 3 goals to achieve every year collectively. And this year, we also have 3D fashion company Clo to help young designers create digital fashion and enter the largest fashion metaverse that we're building with Unity. We look forward to keep making an impact together and hope to see you soon in Spin.